Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team, and I deal with investors every day. We have a thriving business of people buying in the Oklahoma market, and as an investor myself, I'm always looking for deals. But I'm also looking for the right investment, and so I've been getting some inquiries from a lot of my long-term investors and saying, well, what do you got in short-term investing? Now, what short-term investing is those two major companies, one of which is Airbnb, which is the most familiar company, and the other is Vacation Rentals by Owner, Vrbo as they call themselves now. Both very, very strong companies. In terms of Airbnb, it's more sometimes sharing a room in a property, short-term rentals, like a day or 2 days. VRBO can go anywhere from 2 days to a month type rentals. So, this is what's going on right now in the markets. And so the question is, what makes the most sense? And I think it really depends on who you are too. In other words, the thing about long-term rentals is you find a really great property manager and they handle everything for you. So you don't really have to have any hands-on. It's truly passive income. If you're going to do short-term rentals, you're going to have more vacancy, but you're also going to be more actively involved. In other words, we have them too. And it's good if it's in a resort area, that has like an ocean or a mountain or things like that, like in Florida or in Colorado or whatever, or in really large cities like Chicago or San Francisco. Problem is getting something at an affordable price that you can do. But even in Oklahoma City, you can find some things that can rent, say, under $100 a day. And people get a kitchen, they get a bedroom, they have a lot more than going into a hotel. So there's some real reasons why you might really want to think about doing that, but there's more accounting for you to do it. You've got to have people on the ground. You've got to have somebody that can be immediately there if there's a problem, which is what a property manager handles. Now, most property managers I know of that are really, really good don't get into short-term rentals at all in Oklahoma City. So if you're going to do it and you're out of state, then you need to be able to handle it yourself. You're going to have to find the right, subcontracting company. You're gonna have to find especially the right people to clean, because that's the most important thing, is keeping that place absolutely spotless when people come in and out. There's still money that is involved in terms of marketing the property, because you're going to have to pay for it. I know in the case of companies like VRBO, if you want to get to the top of the list, you got to pay for it. They have levels that you go through in terms of how you show up. I think depending on the kind of person that you are and the way that you want to look at investments, it can be interesting to go with short-term to long-term. But long-term is still the thing that is going to plague you the less in terms of your time. In other words, if you're a family person with a great job, you and your wife both work, and you're going to take the kids to soccer, and you like to have a little recreation, and you want just an investment to sit there and make money for you over the long term, that's long-term. All right, that's long-term renting. It's the most passive, the most least involved for you. Short-term, a lot more hands-on, a little bit more vacancy, but if you can find the right property, it can be predictable. It depends on the market, but it's something that you may want to look at. So contrast those two. Think about who you are and what amount of time and energy you want to put into it, and make a decision about what makes sense to you.